Welcome guys to EC3. We're really happy to have you guys here. My name is Ethan Baird. I'm one of the iLead EC3 Academy Juniors. We're going to do some fun activities and some games with you all, but first I wanted to briefly go over the Academy program so you just kind of have a general idea who we are, what we do. The Academy program is a program you can start your junior year of high school where you come to EC3 to take dual credit college courses from ECTC professors. So that way you can graduate high school with an associate's degree. And our schedules are a little bit different, but for the most part, we're on a college schedule, so we take morning classes, and then our afternoons look a little bit different. Some of us stay at our home high school, some of us stay here at EC3 and do a career pathway, and some of us just stay in study hall and complete homework at our own pace. So we're constantly learning and doing activities here at EC3, but there are certain things you don't always get to learn in a classroom. Things like leadership, communication, teamwork, working well with others. We believe these skills are vital for success, and that's what our group iLead EC3 is all about. Taking an initiative as a leader and leaving the place a little bit better than how you found it. So keep those things in mind as we do some activities today. Once again, my name is Ethan. Emily over here is going to guide you all through a little pretest so we can assess how much you've learned by the end of the seminar. And hope you guys are ready to have some fun. I know I am.
Good morning. I'm Emily, and I'm also one of the Academy Juniors here at EC3. So before we get into all of our activities with each of our groups, you have a pretest in front of you, and so you can go ahead and get started on that. You'll have a few minutes, and then I'll go over the answers. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and go over some of the answers. If you didn't finish, don't worry about it. You're going to learn all about it during each of the groups. So for number one, it should say, being honest is a characteristic of a leader and is described as telling the truth. Number two is being ethical is a characteristic of a leader and described as doing the morally right thing. Number three says a leader can be found everywhere. Number four says anyone can be a leader. Number five says what are 3 ways you can lead, and the answers are delegating, directing, and participating. Number 6 says honesty is a character trait that means to tell the truth. Number 7 says when you are nice to people around you, this is called kindness. Number 8 says you should show respect to the people around you at all times. Number 9 says to take authority in a group means you are the leader. Number 10 says a good personality trait to have that is the opposite of lazy is hardworking. Number 11 says communication involves listening. That is true. Number 12 says communication does not involve nonverbal body language. That is false. Number 13 says communication is not a form of leadership. That is false. 14 says writing is a form of communication. That's true. 15 says communication is used in all places. That's true. 16 says there is no I in team. 17 says teamwork makes the dream work. 18 says teamwork means listening to everyone. 19 says alone we can do little, together we can do so much more. And 20 says together everyone achieves more. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to pass the mic off to Haley.
Okay, so what we're going to do first is go over the 3 parts of being a leader. So Naya's going to start us off.
Does anyone know what delegating is? Good? What do you think it is?
Isn't that where like you kind of divide the tasks and you kind of tell people what to do?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Delegating is an essential part of being a leader, and it's sort of where you give tasks to other people, part of your team, that utilize their skills. And it's not what a lot of times people think, that you're just telling people what to do and you don't do anything. You're helping them and you're directing them and like guiding them throughout your work.
Okay, does anybody know what directing is? No. Well, directing is when one person manages like the entire group, but they're not like bossy about it. But they take care of everything.
Okay, does anybody know what participating is?
Like contributing to the group.
Yes. Okay, participating is contributing to the group, like he said. It's, everybody doing their part, not one person contributing too much, but, everybody kind of doing their fair share.
Okay, so now that we have a better understanding of leadership, we're going to start out with a game.
Hey, I'm Madison.
I'm Melissa.
So this is called the
Post-it note game.
Post-it note game. And what you do is you're going to write what you think the qualities of a leader are, such as kindness, courage, and you're going to put them on the person, and a delegated person, so you're going to choose a person. So go ahead and choose a person that's going to stand up. Alright, and then you're going to also choose someone who's writing. So go ahead and choose someone, and Melissa is going to pass sticky notes around. Alright, so everybody look up here real quick before you start. Look up here. And so if I wrote kind, I'm the writer, I wrote kind, and I would put it on Haley, and then whoever gets the most wins. And you have a minute to do this. And time is starting now. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and have you guys count your sticky notes. So just go ahead and count them. Okay, so I'm going to ask you which each group had. So this is this group, and they had 13. And you can go ahead and go through these and choose one that you want to describe.
So my name's Hannah, and we chose honesty. Honesty is always telling the truth, not lying and all. Being honest about everything. Good thing to do.
Right. My name's Tiffany. So I chose hardworking. So hardworking means like you always try to do your best and you're very determined. And
I'm Gabe. We have 15. I'm going to choose determined. Determined is not letting anything get in your way. Always going through everything.
Hi, I'm Parker. You probably know me. I go to your school. I chose nice. Being nice means being respectful and kind to everyone.
Hi, I'm Kira. So, y'all probably don't know me, but I chose creativity because, I think we all know what creativity is, and a lot of times when we think of a leader, we think of hard work and oh, she's smart. But if you're not creative, then nothing new is going to happen and nothing's going to change in this world. Alright, so next we're going to do what's called the blanket game. So we're going to explain it, and then we're going to have you all head back to those navy sheets back there.
So for this game, each group is going to go to a blanket in the back. And your goal is to try and flip over the blanket without stepping off the blanket. Only one person in the group may talk.
One at a time. One in that corner. Stand in that corner. Everyone stand in that corner.
You guys understand? Flip it over.
Hey, y'all hear one more? Everyone step back. Yeah. That. You flipped over everyone. Get over there and back together.
Make sure only one person's talking. How you guys doing?
Everyone step over here on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys were first, right? Okay, so who was your leader of your group? So do you think it was easy with just one person talking, or do you think it would have been more helpful with everybody talking?
It was easier with 3.
It was easier because we took turns.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like everybody take control.
Not an overwhelming amount? Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then you guys were second, right? So who was the leader of your guys' group? You were? Okay, do you want to tell us what worked for you? Do you think one person worked well for you guys, or do you think if everybody talked, it would have been easier?
It's easier with one because it would have been harder because everyone would be trying to talk over each other.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so our next game is called the Pretzel Game. So we're going to have people around you take your blankets, and then we're going to let Madeline explain to you this game.
Okay, so in a minute, you're gonna stand up and y'all are gonna like stand in a circle and you're gonna mix up your hands throughout the group and you're gonna try to like untangle your hands and like make it into a circle.
Go. Who was your leader? Okay.
Alright, so what we did, we kind of practiced our ballet skills and kind of just twirled a lot and it kind of worked.
Yeah, okay. So just kind of trying to figure it out who needs to go where? Okay, and who was your all's leader?
It didn't work.
It didn't work? Okay, so what do you think you could have done to make it work? Were you guys missing a person?
We could have like thought about it better. We should have planned it.
Okay. All right, well that's good. Okay, so Michaela and Sydney are going to ask you guys one last question before we have to go.
What is one thing y'all learned during this group?
Sometimes you need a plan before you actually jump in and start doing stuff.
Sometimes it's better to have a leader than to have everyone saying random stuff. Better just have someone that brings it all together.
Okay, that sounds like some good stuff, so I'm glad you guys learned something for today.
Okay, we're the personality group and personality traits actually. Okay, and really quick before we start, Ethan is going to explain to you all the importance of having good personality traits.
Yeah, so personality traits may seem kind of on the sidelines when it comes to leadership, communication, and teamwork, but understanding the basics of how people interact with each other differently according to their personality traits, it's also important. If you ever have to work with a team or are struggling to communicate to someone else, understanding the personality traits can help you better work with them and better communicate to them.
Okay, so with that being said, we're going to start off with you taking a personality traits test.
Okay, so you all are going to have 5 minutes to fill this out, and so basically you see the row across, and you're going to either use a 4, 3, 2, or 1, and a 4 would be the personality trait that explains like who you are the best, and then just go down from there. So 1 would be the personality trait that like explains you the least. Alright, so if you see at the top of your paper, there's either an L, I think an O, a G, and a B. And so this will be like what that means. So your high scoring category, if you were at L, raise your hand if you know that yet. Alright, cool. So you all are the leaders. You love to solve problems. Individualists who love to seek new adventure and opportunity. Confident and group reliant. Natural dominance traits can cause problems with others though. Okay, if your highest scoring category was an O, raise your hand. O's, raise your hand. Okay, this means you're otters. You're excitable, fun-seeking cheerleader types that love to talk. Great at motivating others, outgoing nature, loving and encouraging until under pressure, strong desire to be liked and the center of attention, and you're the life of any party and enjoy being around them. Alright, what if your highest category was a G? Raise your hand. No? Okay, alright. Well, that's the Golden Retrievers, and they're loyal, great listeners, incredibly empathetic, warm encouragers, and tend to be people pleasers. So, okay, if your highest scoring category was a B, raise your hand. B's, raise your hand. Yes, beavers. Raise them. Okay, that means you're beavers. You're strong. You have a strong need to do the right thing. Provides quality control for any situation. Consistency and high standards are important to them, and they want to maintain high standards. So hopefully you all learned a little bit about your personality traits from that test. This is called the encouragement game. So how it's going to work is you write your name at the top of your paper, and you're going to pass it to the right whenever I tell you to pass. And whoever's name is at the top of that paper, you need to write good personality traits that you think that person has. You can go ahead and start.
I'm going to ask like 3 of you to read your traits out loud. So who wants to go first?
Nice, enthusiastic, athletic, funny, smart, loud, hysterical, funny again, smart, cool, fun, enthusiastic, interesting, awesome.
Next person.
Pretty, fun, chill, friendly, positive, creative, pretty, ginger, athletic, smart, funny, caring, honest, and energetic.
So do you all agree with the traits people put on there? Okay, hopefully that made you all feel good about yourselves.
All right, my name is Mariah Arnold, and today this group and I are going to present to you a few games that involve communication skills. Can I get some volunteers to try and explain communication without using the word communicate? What about you?
Talking and helping.
Talking and helping, that's good, that's good. Does it involve more than just talking though? Can it be other things?
The use of words and body language and your hands.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Body language is good. That's what I was looking for. So today we're going to be using some games to explain that even further to you guys. So I'm going to hand this off to Viasia.
Okay, so hi, I'm Viasia. I go to North Hardin as well, and I'll probably see you guys next year. But the first game we'll play is telephone, and how many of y'all play telephone before? Okay, so I'm going to give a phrase, but I'm going to break you guys off in 6 groups of 6 first.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start here, and we're going to go around, okay? Yeah. I hope it doesn't get too messed up. It sounds funny, doesn't it? That was a good one. Whatever you heard, you just pass it on.
You can't say it again.
Well, it's fine. Not too big of a deal. All right, what did you hear?
That's what I heard. Puppy and a sharp stick.
It was a guppy and a shark tank. Okay, all right, I have another one for you guys. Just imagine it.
Alright, Tiana, we're waiting until you stop laughing. Okay.
He's like, I'm still waiting.
Okay, so this is going to be the last round. When you're done, have a seat on the board.
Whatever you heard, just pass it on. All right, what'd you hit? What'd you get?
Minions look really weird with contents.
Contacts? That's actually stayed pretty full that way through. Yeah, minions look really weird with contacts. Can you guys imagine that though?
Okay, so basically, you see the 3 tic-tac-toe things. Basically, we'll have like 2 teams on each one of these, and you have to put it's like tic-tac-toe, but with a glow stick, and you have to run up and put one there, but you only can go one at a time, and you have to wait till you come back and high-five the person in your team, and you try to win. Oh, and you have to communicate to see where they should put it.
When I say go, you can go. Ready, set, stop. I said stop. I said stop. Communication, guys. Communication, man. All right. Now this time I'm serious. Ready? Ethan, get back there. Go! All right, this is called a hot and cold game. How it's going to work is so Viasia's going to take this side, I'm going to take this side. One person, who is it, is going to go outside for a second. And you guys are going to decide where we're going to hide an item. And they have to find it. And the only words you guys can use are hot or cold. Does that make sense? You can bring them on in. All right. That's the wrong one, I'm sorry. All right, everyone. We thank you very much for having fun with us. We'll make sure you guys had a good time. Yeah. You guys learned about communication? Yeah. Takes a lot, doesn't it? So our group, we are teamwork. So as we're doing these kind of games, just focus on teamwork and what it means to be as a team, okay? So what is teamwork? Can someone define teamwork for me? Anyone? You want to define teamwork? Yeah, exactly. Teamwork is just coming together as one and making sure you guys can get to one place all together. Stand with your groups right now. We're going to explain a game. It's called the shape game. Miranda's actually going to explain it.
Alrighty, so for your first game, we're going to give you a shape, and as a team, you must make that shape. You can lay down, stand up, do whatever you want. Everybody has to be involved. You can't leave somebody out, because you're a team. Alright, so you'll have 30 seconds. If you need a little longer, we can kind of see what we can do. The group that's the most creative and looks the most like their shape will be the one that gets the point. Your first shape is going to be a heart. Pretty simple.
Make a heart.
Go.
Be creative. You got 30 seconds. Everyone be involved, be creative. You guys can lay down, you guys can do whatever.
Make sure everybody's used.
Yep. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I see a shape right here. I see the most distinct one right here. Try to make a house. You got 30 seconds. You like that? This game, we're going to be playing songs for you guys, and you guys are going to have to guess the year that it's made. All right, first song. What year is this? Keep going, you guys are all wrong. All wrong. Choose a song, choose a date, choose a date.
All right, group 3.
It was 2012, that was white, yeah. Group 3. All right, choose a date, 2017, that was yellow. Let's go, that's group yellow. That's group 1, group 1.
Hope you guys enjoyed what we had for you today. Now, a quick little question. How many of you guys think you could have done the music trivia thing on your own? Raise your hand. Okay. Now,
Stand by, you have the mic.
okay. So, I'm sure that there are some of you that could have gotten that on their own. All of you have an individual talent that separates you from everyone in this room. I mean, you might be good at a certain subject in school, you might be an expert in movie trivia, or pop culture, or history. You could be better at anything than anyone else in this room. But that's the thing about teamwork. You guys know the old saying, there isn't an I in team. That is a very true saying. There isn't a single I in team, there's multiple I's. It's several individual little I's working together and using their individual skills to achieve lots of great things. And if you really think about it, we've achieved great things by several individual I's working together. I mean, think about it. We've won wars, we've gone to the moon, we've made groundbreaking discoveries and inventions. I mean, the iPhone was created by several people who used their individual skills, or their I's. And you see it in your everyday life, too. You ever go to the movies, there's tons of individual people. Directors, scriptwriters, actors who made the movie. There's people who work at the drive-thru that gives you your food. And the restaurants that bring it to you, too. There's waiters, there's cooks. There's tons of individual people working together to help you in your lives everywhere you go. And I know that a lot of you might be scared, or a little nervous at least, starting high school, and a lot of you might be excited, I'm not sure. But if you are nervous, let me just ask you something. A lot of us were too. We were nervous starting high school, nervous starting this program.
Nervous today.
Yeah, that too. So, but the thing is, what got us through it is we are all a team. And that's what's gotten us through it. We've just socialized, we've been all part of this together, and honestly, I think that's what's gotten us through it, and that's what's going to get you guys through it. So remember, teamwork always makes the dream work. Thank you.
You all have a post-test in front of you that's exactly like the one you took when you got here, so go ahead and take a few minutes and try to fill that out. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and read off the answers to this post-test. So, number 1 should say, being honest is a characteristic of a leader and is described as telling the truth. Number 2 should say, being ethical is a characteristic of a leader and is described as doing the morally right thing. Number 3, a leader can be found everywhere. Number 4, anyone can be a leader. Number 5 says, what are the 3 ways you can lead? And the answers are delegating, directing, and participating. Number 6, honesty is a character trait that means to tell the truth. Number 7, when you are nice to people around you, this is called kindness. 8, you show respect to the people around you at all times. 9, to take authority in a group means you are the leader. 10, a good personality trait to have that is the opposite of lazy is hardworking. 11, communication involves listening. That is true. 12, communication does not involve nonverbal body language. That's false. 13, communication is not a form of leadership. That's false. 14, writing is a form of communication. That's true. 14, did I just say 14? Yeah. 15, communication is used in all places. That's true. 16, there is no I in team. 17, teamwork makes the dream work. 18, teamwork means listening to everyone. 19, alone we can do little, together we can do so much more. And 20, together everyone achieves more.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming.